Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Hey, in this video we're going to talk shotguns. That's right, the weapon archetype that has been a hot button topic since Destiny 1 Year 1. At the end of the video I will ask you sort of where you stand after I talk about sort of my stance and why I fall where I fall. I'd love to hear your thoughts and reactions to some of the points that I'll make in the video. But let's get cranking here. First off, let me just say this: shotguns, in relation to other special weapons, and in fact in relation to all weapons for which ammo is readily available, be it primary or special, shotguns are easy. I know that some people are already going Super Saiyan, ready to internet fight over that statement, but hold on. Don't get your briefs in a bunch. Let me follow that statement up by saying that there is still a large skill gap among shotgun users, but that doesn't change the fact that the skill barrier for entry is pretty dang low. I remember back when I was in undergrad, and I was a hardcore Halo 3 gamer at the time, and there was this meme that circulated around the forums at the time, and the caption of the meme was quote unquote, how to get your 50. And if you're not familiar with the ranking system in Halo 3, 50 was the highest rank that you could achieve, and was, in my opinion, considerably more difficult to achieve than Legend is in Destiny. So the picture in the meme was of two Spartans with their backs to each other on the same team, both with their shotguns in their hands pointed at the two doors into the room, both of them crouched. It was just this meme that was circulating. It was just kind of this, the joke was that the shotguns were was the easiest way to get your 50 is camp with a shotgun. So historically in shooters, shotguns have and will continue to be the easiest option for players of all skill levels. The amount of skill you have in order to be decently effective with a shotgun is pretty forgiving, especially in relation to weapons like snipers or even fusion rifles outside of Telesto. There's a reason why Halo has had a ranked snipers playlist, but ranked shotguns has never existed, and the thought of it is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Water always chooses the path of least resistance, and the same principle applies to gamers. Shotguns are the most used special weapon type because it's the path of least resistance. It's the easiest path to take. But are they too easy? Do they need to be hit with a crispy nerf? My answer? No. But TV, you just said they're easier to use, effectively than snipers and fusions. Why would you not want them nerfed? Well, here's my answer to that question. It's sort of twofold. It's good for every sandbox to have a bad guy, a weapon for people to love to outperform. If shotguns sucked, then sniping a rushing shotgunner in their face would not feel so good. Outplaying, outpositioning, outfinessing a shotgunner wouldn't be as rewarding or as impressive. Complete and total and fair balance is overrated as heck. The world we live in isn't fair and balanced all the time. Men and women fight every day all across the world against adversity. It's in our DNA. The best films have great antagonists and heroes who struggle to find a way to put their adversary in the ground. But that's just one reason, and admittedly it's probably the most petty reason that I don't want shotguns nerfed. I love to hate them. Yeah, I do. I love to outperform them. I love to challenge myself, and but you put those shotgunners down, it just feels so good. The better and more admirable reason, though, is this: Destiny needs to have a special weapon type that is accessible for new or casual gamers to use effectively, but also allows them to have room for improvement. That's the real be-all, end-all. Let me say that again. Destiny needs to have a special weapon type that is accessible for new or casual gamers to use effectively, but also allows them to have room for improvement. Shotguns fit that bill, really well. Any new gamer can pick up a shotgun and get kills with it. We can't have every special weapon have a high skill barrier of entry, or else no new players or casual gamers would ever stick around. They would never want to play. They would find the game unrewarding and unenjoyable. And, we need weapons that have a higher barrier of entry so that once they get comfortable on a shotgun, they can start to say things like, hey, I'd like to challenge myself today to use something different. Use the skills I've developed regarding, positioning, movement, now that I'm more used to the game, and challenge myself to take on something more difficult, to use efficiently and effectively. Then they can either choose to develop their shotgun skills further or take on something new like snipers or fusion rifles, which, I mean, I think they've got a little bit higher barriers, of entry, because they require premeditation, pre-charging, and good map knowledge, to use effectively outside of Telesto, of course. Telesto is a piece of crap. I think it's important to have some things be accessible and easy, and others to be goals for people to reach. Now, not everything in Destiny needs to be hard to use. Shotguns by design will always be the most accessible option, but as we continue to refine the sandbox, introduce new maps, hone the performance of things like snipers and fusions, then we'll see Guardians, sort of graduating and learning how to either be better shotgunners or learn how to take the skills that they've developed and apply them to some new weapons like snipers. It allows the player to feel like they've got room to sort of grow up, so to speak. And it helps players have a way of gauging their own progress within the game too. All in all, I'm not upset that shotguns are where they are in the meta. I think it's to be expected, and truth be told, sometimes it's fun to run with a shotgun, get up close with my opponents. But like I said earlier on, shotguns actually have a high skill ceiling too. An excellent shotgunner paired against a mediocre one is a bloodbath 9 out of 10 times. Don't make the mistake of assuming that just because someone uses a shotgun that they're bad at the game. The whole argument of the video is that the entry barrier with shotguns is low. It's not that the skill caps out early with shotgunners, because that's definitely not the truth. So, well, let me know what you think in the comments section. Do you think shotguns are fine where they are now? Otherwise, how might you change them if it was up to you? What's sort of your vision for how shotguns fit into the mix with the Destiny PvP universe? I look forward to seeing your responses, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.